And that was some Amapiano treat from Afro Medusa and Yumps called Basilda. And I have a treat for you, as promised, and as I have said on the first link. For the new episode of Lunchbox Live today, we have Matthew in the house.
Thank you so much for having me here. This is great.
All right. And yes, for those who just tuned in, would you tell us a little bit of background about yourself?
Yeah, sure. So my name is Mathieu Daigle. I'm a bicycle designer from the company Daigle Cycle. I founded the company back in 2018. So a little bit of my background was I grew up with an athletic family, and so my father was a huge skier. So we were always thrown into sports, all sports, from skiing, surfing, sailing, like you name it. And so, so the feel of sports always, like I grew up with it. So I have like that DNA of athleticism, you know?
Okay.
And so I got in, later on, I got into the bike business from all the things that I've done in my life. So I grew up with sports, and then at 19, I started flying planes. And then
19?
Started flying planes and had the feel of flying.
Okay, that's something.
So it was so that was my education. I was never very good in school. I had learning disabilities. I had ADD. So for me, school was not my friend. So, but everything that was physical, like everything that was not theory, everything that was done by hand, like maneuvering planes, like cycling, from sports, all the way down to construction and to designing with computers. So everything that I touch, I can create. And so I had more creativity than I had more of an education, more of like learning from theories. More of a hands-on person.
Oh, you found your niche.
So I found my niche through sports and through flying and through like studying the molecule of air and how it maneuvers around items. And it goes from cars to car racing. I was racing also. I was racing bicycles. So I was always into the athletic side of things, but I brought the theory without realizing it into the bikes. So everything I've learned through my life, from construction, from flying planes, from designing on websites or building websites, and all the artwork from the websites, I brought it to Daigle Cycle. I brought everything. So I brought the molecule of air, of how it reacts on the frame, how the wind reacts on the side, from the side of the frame, from the front of the frame, how the athlete or how the cyclist feels on the frame. I've created almost a perfect frame. So the molecule of air, what it does is that when you're cycling forward, you have a front fork, and your best shapes are wings of a plane. So we use the front fork of a smaller ratio of a wing of a plane, same shape, and what it does is that molecule of air hits the front wheel, splits in half, and then goes into the fork, like right onto the edge, front edge of the fork, and then it splits, and then from there, the faster you go, the molecule of air moves further away from the frame, which makes less of resistance around your legs.
Oh, that's amazing.
Molecule of air just wraps around you and becomes like this invisible wall. The faster you go, the more stable the frame. So it creates lift laterally. So, and it's an equal lateral lift on a pole of each side of the front fork of the front fork of the frame. So it creates stability at higher speeds, and so then the athlete doesn't feel like he's really pushing the bike.
You make it easy for them. You make their life easier.
It's not effortless.
Like easier, just less hassle.
They can last longer on the frame.
Oh,
right?
yeah,
So
okay.
you use less power for more speed, and then your wattage is not as high as it needs to be. You don't have to be like your sprints are a little bit faster. The stability of the frame is a lot. You don't have to force to stay up. It just glides. It just rolls on its own.
That's one of the most amazing things I've heard this week or maybe this month. So yeah, as you have heard it, 2018 you started it. Did you start it here in Phuket or in your country?
No, I started everything in Canada.
Oh, okay, okay.
I've worked with different athletes creating the frames and things like that. We have one of the best aerodynamics. Like we have a model called the D6. That was our previous model. It was a model before the disc brakes came out. And so we were really allowed, it gave us flexibility to really push the drawings on aerodynamics. And now everybody wants to move to disc. And with disc, unfortunately, you need a triangle shape on the front fork to increase the power of braking. Because it's a disc, it takes about 20% to 30% more power to stop the frame. So we had to lose a little bit of the aerodynamics around the front fork for the use of the disc. And also for UCI regulations, we were pushing the aerodynamics a little bit too much. They don't want the brand to win. They want the athletes to win.
Oh,
so
yeah.
everybody has the same frame. And it's fun because an amateur has a better quality or better designed frame than the UCI racers. So, so the amateur is more of a winner.
Oh my gosh,
side.
you're really so good at doing your thing, this bike design thing. But it started in Canada.
Yeah.
When did you move it here, or what? And also, what made you decide to pursue Thailand?
I never moved the company. I've always kept it in Canada.
Oh, okay.
I moved. I personally moved. I came to Vietnam also for the lifestyle.
All right.
Like I like the ocean. I like surfing. Again, like really into sports. Japan's not far, so we can go skiing there in the wintertime. So it's a great culture. Like I absolutely love the positivity of Vietnam. With Canada, unfortunately, with what's going on, I just didn't want to be there while everything was happening. So it's becoming more and more difficult to live there. The housing, the rental, and everything is extremely expensive. And so with COVID, I'll be honest, we got hit financially. I think everybody has.
All of us.
All of us has. And so I had to make a decision. And so I was like, you know what? Vietnam sounds good. Why don't I just go there and I can work from my computer, design everything, and I can be, away from the craziness and be close to the ocean and go for my sports of surfing.
Yes,
and design from the beach, which was one of my goals when I was in web design. I was like, oh my God, I could work from the beach. I could work from anywhere. All I need is a computer.
Yeah.
And it's funny because today I'm like, oh my God, I'm really doing this.
And most people who live here, foreigners who live here, does that as well.
Exactly. So that was like 20 years ago. So
20 years ago.
Yeah, well, almost. It was more like 15, but in 2011, I had that thought. I was doing web design, and I was like, oh, you know what? I could work from the beach. And so,
work from the beach. That's like living the life.
15 years later, here I am. So it's phenomenal. But Vietnam is a great place to live. Thailand is wonderful. I've been here 60 days already, and I absolutely love it.
You've been here 60 days.
You've been here 60 days already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I've been traveling. I've been looking at everything, and it's just been a very nice. It's a very nice culture. It's a the food is delicious.
Yeah. So far, how is it going for you?
Very good. I'm absolutely loving it. I love the little hotels. I've tried local hotels. It's beautiful. Everything's comfortable. People are so nice. It's very positive.
All right.
And very welcoming. So the food is delicious.
Okay. I thought you were like staying here for a long time already. No. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I just came down to visit just to take a look. I mean, I'm not far away.
Okay.
Yeah, so, and this is a great place to live. I'm maybe even thinking about it. So
Yeah, and if the athletes knew about you that you're in here, it's a blessing for them.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you.
All right. That's something that is beautiful about Matthew, and more about beautiful things about him on the next few minutes. You're still listening to Lunchbox Live. This is Abby G.
And Mathieu Daigle.
91.5 and 102.5 on your FM dial. You're still listening to Lunchbox Live. This is your lunch buddy, Abby G, 91.5 and 102.5 with
Mathieu Daigle.
Yes, and you have already heard a little bit about Matthew, but we will know more. So if you have any questions, message us on our Instagram or comment on the post that we just made regarding Matthew. So Matthew is like a bicycle designer, and what I really want to ask is that what's the most interesting design that someone asked you to do?
Oh, it's all about colors. So what's fun about our frames is that people can custom choose their colors. So I have a painter back in Montreal who personally handcrafts the entire design of the frame. Okay. So we use Adobe Illustrator to present.
Adobe.
Yeah, AI Adobe Illustrator to represent the frame or the shape of the frame on the screen, and then we choose the colors for the clients, and we can all do this by FaceTime. So from all over the world.
All right.
So I sit down for a coffee with the client, depending on the time, because we've got a 13-hour difference in Canada.
Okay.
And then we choose the colors together. So we share a coffee, we share a conversation, and we spend about 3 hours choosing and designing and making sure that that's what the client wants. And then after that, once we get the okay, I send it to my painter, and the client, sometimes they come and visit the painter, they sit down with the painter, and they have pizza, we have beers, again, cycling conversations, and we watch the paint being done. We also have our bike mechanic that's mobile. He goes to the client's house, we build the frame in the driveway. Again, we do pizza, we do beers, we do coffee, we have lunch, and we talk about bikes. And so it's a very hands-on, it's a very, I call it white glove 5-star service. I mean, we're the only company that does that.
I think so.
And we have two, what's fun is that we split the frame in two. So on the left side, you have one color, on the right side, you have another color, or you have three different.
Okay.
So you have choices up you have choices up to 3 colors in total, and then we personally sign the frame with the client's name on it. And so it's a very personal touch, and it ties the client to his frame. I mean, cyclists get very attached to their bikes, and so we've created a frame with comfort, custom design, and they also have the entire choice of a group set. So they can choose their pedals, they can choose their crank, they can choose
everything.
Their ratios, the size, everything. So no, everything's custom. And so the bottom brackets, they can even choose what kind of bottom bracket they want. So once we build the frame, we can put a BB30, a BB36, 386, we can put a BB86. So really we can choose for every product, for every brand. So you can have SRAM, you can have wireless.
Every little detail they can request.
They can request. So it's like when you go to a restaurant, you have a menu. It's the same thing.
And you always, you can order any special menu.
Any special menu.
You can modify it, anything you want.
And what's great is that it's such a big menu. Nobody has the same frame. So it's your own personal, unique frame. And so, we just came up with the idea. We're like, you know what? Nobody does this. Why don't we just really personalize a frame? Guru used to do that. Used to do custom sizes and things like that. We do custom sizes. We're a few centimeters off to we have a 49, 52, 54, 56, 59. So a person that's 6'3", can fit on the frame. And so we have pretty much all ranges from a person that's 5 foot to 6'3". So
to just 5 flat.
5 flat, 49 centimeter frame right there. Yeah. So
All right.
Yeah, and then we really personalize the frame for the client, and so everybody's unique. Nobody has the same frame, and so it makes everybody different.
Yeah. So all of that modification, it happens in Canada, and then you can ship it around the world.
Exactly. So all those.
Okay.
I
get it now.
Okay. All the handcrafted work, like the build, the paint job, is done in Canada. The build of the frame, all the carbon work is done in China, and so I spent three to 5 years of research and development on carbon. Like I wanted comfort, I wanted aerodynamics, I wanted maneuvering, I wanted like dynamic feel from the bike. I wanted good road handling.
Okay.
So, and then I wanted the lightest frame. So we're looking at an aero frame like the D8, and you can find that on Instagram or on our Facebook page.
And that is
Daigle Cycle. Okay. And then you can choose from the G4, which is the gravel frame, the D8, which is the aero frame, and the D2, which is a less of an aero frame, more of an entrance level frame. Like if you're starting to get into the carbon, that's a great frame to start with. Once you want to go a little more weekend warrior style of cyclist, which we call like the people that train 5 times a week. They go for 150 kilometers to 200 kilometers on weekends.
150?
No, yeah, they can really. The weekend warriors. We call them the weekend warriors.
That is like just listening to it. 150 kilometers? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no, they travel.
Okay, yeah.
They like mileage, but so the D8 is a really high performance frame with the aerodynamics. There's a nice slice into I should say shape, not slice, but a shape of the wheel of the back wheel that fits into the frame. So what happens is that the molecule of air is always protected. So the wheel's always protected. So there's no drag on the frame. You're not feeling like you're pulling the frame or pushing the frame. You become one with the frame. The wheelbase is very tight. So the front wheel to the back wheel it's a very close length between. So you feel compact on the frame. At the same time, you're comfortable. So we worked with different styles of carbon to make that. So we used flexible carbon and rigid carbon. And so with flexible carbon, it's great if there's potholes, impact. The cyclist does not feel the impact because the flexible carbon can actually absorb the impact. So we're using carbon technology for comfort. And then the rigid area of the frame is more in the back of the frame. And so what happens is when you put the pedal down, your acceleration is instant. Your performance is all there. And so the reaction of the frame is it's unbelievable. Like four to five pedal strokes on a sprint, and you're up 50, 51 kilometers an hour, depending on your strength. But yeah, on a weekend warrior, those are really the averages. So 4 pedal strokes, and it's instant reaction. So there's no loss of performance. There's the frame won't flex. It's instant reaction. And if there is a pothole, if there is a crack, if there is uneven pavement, the front end of the frame has a little more flexible carbon fibers. And so that takes the impact. And so the cyclist's wrists are not hurting, the back of the neck is not hurting, your lower back is not hurting. So yes, you can last 150, 200 kilometers.
Yeah, because whenever I see the bikers with their position, I'm like, they do that for hours and they don't soar?
No. So on this frame, we've really worked on comfort and performance. We've pushed both without taking away safety. Right, so we do put 100,000 pounds of pressure onto the carbon frame on a period of 3 days. And so every frame is tested for quality control. We understand that some cyclists, I say some, including me, hit over 100 kilometers an hour on downhills. And so, some of us are not afraid. Some of us, like me, I'm a little bit wild. My nickname on the bike is Danger Dag because I really, I really like, or Diesel Daigle. So there's also that. But those are my nicknames. But I enjoy speed. I really wanted a frame that was as stable as possible and as safe as possible, and at the same time have all the performance. So the handling, the speed, the control, the feel of safety. So there was no worries. After 3 to 5 years of research, it's been absolutely wonderful experience to work with different engineers across the world. I've worked with in China, and my engineers are the people that build the bikes are women.
Okay.
And there are 5 engineers, and they're amazing artists. They're very sweet, they're very nice, and they have all the molds, access. They wrap the frames, they build the frames, and boom, we got a beautiful piece on the road. So
that was awesome, and I really like that when you said that you modify and design it without taking away the safety. That's like the best thing ever for me. And we're coming down to the last minutes of the first hour of Lunchbox Live, but since this is already a conversation that I got really interested into right now. So we will still have Matthew on the next hour of Lunchbox Live. So don't go away. Stay tuned because more treats is coming your way. Hot and happening, serving you something every day. Yes, he's still here. He will be telling more about the business that he's doing right now. So we already know more about how it's modified, how it's designed. So now I'll be asking you, what was your first client like, and how did it go?
Very, very well. He's a very good man. We're actually now very good friends. I won't say his name out loud, but he's a real gentleman, very humble, a great human being, a good heart. He's been supporting me ever since day one. He absolutely loves the bike. He has over 31,000 kilometers on the frame.
Okay.
He puts it all over Instagram. He promotes it. He comes to the bike shows. He visits me. We talk shop. We talk bikes. We talk life stories, life events, and he calls me about, I would say once a month. And I'm overdue. I have to call him back. So it's my turn to call him.
How did he find you?
So we did a bike show back in Montreal and Gatineau, and so we had 2 bike shows. We had one week before the other. So when we started in Montreal, and then we went to the bike show in Gatineau, Ottawa, the capital of Canada. And so we built the kiosk. We put everything there. We put the first bike on the carpet.
Oh, okay.
And the client came in and said, "So you do custom?" I say, "Yes." And he said, "I'd like one." I said, "Perfect."
Okay.
And so we sat down together. We went to a beautiful hotel in Montebello, Quebec.
Okay.
And we sat down at the hotel, and we had a beer, and then we had the computer in front of us, and we did all the artwork together. We designed his entire frame, and exactly, I would say 96 days later, he had the bike in his hands.
Oh, that's actually the next question that I'm about to ask you. How long does it take for the bike to be modified to get finished?
3 to 6 months.
3 to 6 months.
3 to 6 months, depending on the artwork.
A lot of work for a bike.
Yeah, so the carbon work is the longest.
That's really interesting for a bike. Okay.
Yeah. So the carbon work is the longest. We have a lot of preparation for the carbon. We have to lace I call them carpets. It's carbon carpets. We have to fold them in 6. We have to work with the carbon fibers. So we always have the same outline of the carbon work. That doesn't change. So all our mathematical equations are done for the carbon, the weaves, the size of the weaves, the flexible weaves, the rigid weaves, all those are placed. So carpets are done. I call them carpets because it's nice rectangles and they look like carpets. And then we cut out the frame from the weave, and then after that we build the frame. We get it. We put it into mold. We put it into the ovens. We heat them up to 1,000 degrees, and then there's 3 weeks, 21 days in total of testing. So we put 100,000 pounds of pressure on the frames.
100,000.
Everything's made by hand. We don't use robots. Everything's made by hand, so we take away the human error. So like that, there's no cracked weaves, there's no split weaves, there's no separated weaves. Everything is into place. And so safety is our number one feature, especially for those high speeds.
Oh my gosh. You know what I feel like right now? I feel like I want to try one of the bikes that you've designed.
No, they're a lot of fun.
With everything that you've talked to about how it's made. Oh, I want to get into one right now. Have you brought one in here?
I haven't. I should have. I was coming down for a visit, and then I'm like, oh my God, I should have brought a bike. I didn't know the roads were going to be so beautiful.
Yeah.
So now I know. So next time I come, I'm definitely bringing more than one bike. So I see that you have off-road with the G4 that we have. I can use a gravel frame around here. It's fabulous. I can bring the D8 for racing. I can bring the D2 for comfort. It's absolutely a wonderful place to ride in Phuket. So no, and the roads, even the scenery is beautiful. So no, I'm definitely looking into bringing them.
There will be some roads that you'll have the mountain and the beach view at the same time.
We have it all here.
Yeah.
And the scenery is beautiful. I mean, it makes it more fun, a great ride. Yeah.
And you said that it will take like 3 months, right?
3 to 6.
3 to 6 months.
Yeah.
So whenever you're like having, for sure, there have been a time that you have like several clients all at the same time. How do you handle that kind of stuff? Because there's a lot. You have client meeting right here and there, and then you have different modifications with different clients. So how is that being handled?
Like all through process, and it's been we can handle about, I would say, 10 frames to 20 frames a day. So we can get many clients in one day, and then we can build 20 frames within those 3 months. I'm working with a manufacturer. We can do 115 frames within 6 months. So and now we're actually ready to push 500 frames in 6 months. So, and they are all personalized. We have enough molds now. The structure of the company is very, very strong. So now we can really take care, and we can really push the number of sales and the number of clients. And everybody has a unique frame. Nobody has the same frame. So it makes it a lot of fun. And,
And where was the farthest client that you did?
The furthest client that I had was actually on the island of Vancouver. He's 4,900 kilometers away. Okay. It's a 5-day drive or a 5.5 hour flight.
Oh, yeah.
Depending on what type of transportation you use. A bike, it would probably be 45-day ride.
Okay.
There is actually a bike path in Canada that goes from Montreal Island all the way down to Vancouver. So just before Vancouver Island, and it's a beautiful. I think it's about 22,000 kilometers or something. Like it's
how many days estimately?
I think the fastest was a world record on a guy on a mountain bike. About 10 days. He rode from Vancouver to Montreal. I was Googling it the other day, and I was like, is that a record? 10 days? I think it was 10 days, 10 to 12 days. Yeah, something like, and he was riding every day. Like every day, eating on the bike, like just nonstop. So
I wonder how his legs on his muscles look like. It's
must have been drained.
Super firm and
month and a half of rest, for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
So bike, so a lot of fun. Like the ride is comfortable, the feel is great, the wheels are perfect. We do everything from wheels to frames. The only thing we don't do are the group sets. The group sets, like the pedals, the cranks, the chains. We use brands like Shimano, SRAM.
Oh, okay. So you have partner brands as well. Okay.
They're made for our bikes.
Oh, so okay.
It's a great fit. Great fit. Yeah.
So we've been talking about the clients. Now let's talk about you. What was your longest kilometer on a bike?
Oh, I think my longest day was one of the races that we did in Calgary, and it was a 200-kilometer race. We spent 5 to 6 hours on the bikes, It was brutal, but it was so much fun. We did Calgary, Lake Louise, Calgary. And yeah, we had a grizzly on the left side of the road and another grizzly on the right side of the road. So the speeds on that flat was quite fast with the whole group. We're doing about 58 kilometers an hour trying to get away from the bears. So, oh no, we were like, oh, okay, there's two grizzlies. Yeah. So and they were eating, so it was perfect. They were well fed, so we just strolled between them on the road, and they were in the woods on the left side and right side. But what a view! Like I've never experienced something like that. The nature of Calgary, of Canada, is very beautiful. So wildlife is around you while you're riding. So it's so beautiful. Yeah,
there's like animals.
Like one day there were the mountain goats, and then we had grizzlies, and then we had cougars.
Okay.
I mean, we even had black bears and seals.
Black bears?
Yeah, and in the water.
Wow, that's a cute view.
Yeah. In Tofino, there's a road that's
terrifying though.
Terrifying. Like really, not a little bit scary. But on a bike, I mean, at least we have speed. So, so we have that advantage. But no, walking, people have been unfortunately attacked on Tofino Island or Vancouver Island. Those events do happen. So unfortunately, but no, we stay on the road and we just fly.
Okay.
But that was a great experience.
During those 200 kilometers, what was the most challenging part of it? Is it the middle, the end, or when was it?
To be honest with you, having enough food, because you're always, when you're riding in a group, it's very different than riding individually. So when you're with a group, you're pushing because you have to keep up with the group.
All right.
Once you're left behind, well, then you're facing the wind on your own. When you're riding in a group, you're protected. But the speeds of a group are a lot faster because you're protected from the wind. You're riding as a group. You're riding. The wind in front of you is blocked.
Okay.
Right. So you're taking the drag from the racer, from the cyclist in front of you, and so you're creating a kind of like a wall of no air, of no resistance, by riding behind the rider in front of you. And so you're wheel to wheel, but sometimes they accelerate, they decelerate, they accelerate, they decelerate.
Okay.
And then you're like, oh my God, I need energy. So you always have to have a certain amount of food. The more, the better. So
really,
it was one of my first
Is it not heavy to carry when you had a lot?
We have pouches in the back of our jerseys, so I was just filling up. I was just like,
okay.
So, but it's great because as you're doing long distance, that pouch becomes lighter and lighter and lighter because you're just eating your energy. So which is great. But I didn't know that I needed that much. So that was one of my first races. That was one of my learning experiences. I'm like,
okay,
I need more.
And what's your go-to packed snacks when you travel that distance, that kind of distance?
So I use energy drinks or energy
bars.
Yeah, energy bars. Okay. More of the soft, chewy, because the granola bars, they get grainy. So when you're riding and you're breathing, sometimes I choke and cough. So I'm like, oh my God, I need air.
Okay.
I need air. So I like the gels. I really like the gels, and it's easy to digest, and then you can breathe through the gel, and it goes down. It's perfect. Go down your throat. It's perfect. There's no coughing. There's no So it's perfect. Yeah. Yeah,
it's really interesting because as a designer, you yourself use those bikes, so the needs of the cyclist. Yeah. So you put that into making it, into designing it. You know what they need. You know what to offer.
Exactly. So I everything I've done in life is hands-on. I feel something and then I create it, and then and then I produce it. And so that's where the theory for me, like school was not my strength, but everything else, how I feel, like when I'm flying a plane and when I'm landing the plane, like how do I feel? Like how does a plane feel? How does a plane react? What's the best performance? It's the same thing on a bike. You're on a cockpit, right? So how's the turn? How's the control? How's the performance? How does it handle at this speed? How does it handle at this speed? So you have different speeds, different feel. You have different cyclists. You know, you have a cyclist that's more of an amateur that likes to ride on a daily basis. Well, he will or she will take the D2, right? So in that case, the cyclist will take the D2 model and doesn't need the racing model, right? So and this another cyclist is more like, I like gravel. Well, then we have the G4. So he's more of a mountain obstacle rider. So absolutely. And then you got I call them the weekend warriors. They like the D8 just for the speed, the performance, the road, the handling, the racing. So so you have different athletes for different bikes. So and we supply those to every single individual.
Yeah, so that's one more amazing thing about your company is that you there are lots of pro cyclists or athletes that suggest and ask for you to modify, design their bikes. And what's even more amazing is that you can suggest an even better idea because you use it, you experience it as well. So you can suggest a better idea for them.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, just like maybe a more of a consultant, more like
something
I want to feel this. Oh, well, we can have wider handlebars. We can have thinner handlebars. So we can put a longer pedal arm. So depending on the flexibility of the athlete, we get the athlete fitted for every frame. We make sure that the athlete fits for that frame comfortably and can use their maximum flexibility and performance for the size of that frame. So like that, there's no loss and there's no discomfort because you want to be comfortable for 200-kilometer rides. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so that's it. I'm thinking comfort and safety is like one of the best tagline that you can have for your.
It's the most important. Then performance is after. Yeah.
And speaking of comfort and safety, stay in the comfort of 91.5 and 102.5 because we still have a lot more treats for you to go. This Abby G for Lunchbox Live together with
Mathieu Daigle from Daigle Cycle.
Hang in there. 102.5 with Abby G and
Mathieu Daigle from Daigle Cycle.
Yes, and we were actually just talking about the logo. It's really interesting, you guys, and I want him to share it with you as well, not just me. So there's like an interesting, amazing story behind the logo. And if you're curious about the logo that I'm talking about, you can head out to our Instagram page at Radio Red Phuket and then find a link on the account of the business right in there. So what was it about? What's the story behind?
So the story behind our logo is my last name. So our last name is Daigle. So it's a family last name. We're all into sports. We all got involved in sports at a very young age. At the age of 2 years, I think maybe 13 or actually 16 months, I was on a pair of skis. Okay. So I started sports at a very young age. My father got me into the sport industry very, very, very early. So Daigle was part of the family last name, and the last name also is a logo of a head of an eagle, because in French, Daigle is aigle. Aigle is eagle.
Eagle.
Right? So I used to fly planes, and then so I brought the aerodynamics to the frames, and I brought the life experiences to the frame. So it's the story of the build of my life, or life experiences, my work experiences into the bikes. So the eagle is the aerodynamics, the head of the eagle also looks like a plane. And also I like to travel. The company is a traveling company, meaning we're all over the world. So we see everything from up high. I guess you can put it like that.
Okay.
And so that's where the head of the eagle came from. And it looks like a 747. I work personally with the molecule of air as a person, I guess. He's my best friend. But the molecule of air really helps the feel, the aerodynamics of the frame, the comfort of the frame. So
it's a huge part of
it's a huge part.
Modification.
It's one of the most important, right? Because you want the athlete to feel like he's not pushing or pulling a bike, right? He wants to feel the flow of the bike, so no resistance, less resistance as possible. There's nothing we can do with the upper body. Upper body is going to stay straight, the shoulders straight. Okay. You know, that's going to be a bit of your parachute. But anything at lower waist level, then we want the We want the molecule of air to go around the athlete and be as stable as possible. So that's basically the story of the logo: head of a plane, eagle, family crest.
And you can definitely find it on there again on our Instagram account at Radio Red Phuket. And also, we have already learned so much from you today. Thank you for gracing us with every bit of knowledge about it.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
From my perspective, I learned a lot today.
Oh, thank you.
So, for sure, there are a lot of listeners that will be curious about your future events. So tell us more about what excites you about the future events that you'll be having.
Yeah, so we in 2019, when I got an invite, we were at a bike show in Gatineau. And that was literally our second bike show. Okay. And so again, in the province of Ontario, in Ottawa, at the capital of Canada, a little city called Gatineau, and the bike show was hosted there. And we have a client from the Canadian Armed Forces who came by, and he took a look at the frames. When he saw the shapes of the front forks, and he was very curious about the unique style, meaning every frame is custom, made for every single athlete, every single individual. Anyone can ride these frames, from top levels to beginners. And so when he saw that, he got me involved into the Invictus Games. So in 2020, we got involved just before COVID. We got involved with just before COVID, or maybe just a little bit after COVID, because they had to stop the event and then they postponed it to 2022. But we were part of the Invictus Games. So we were part of Prince Harry's Foundation, and we got the invite.
Prince Harry, you guys. Yes, you heard it right. It's Prince Harry's event.
It was absolutely fabulous. And then all the athletes got onto the frames. They all got a personal frame. We all designed the bikes individually. We did every client with part of the Invictus participation. Every athlete, we got them on the frames. We personally designed the frames. We signed their names. Some people wanted their kids' names on the frame. We signed them.
Okay.
One athlete wanted the Invictus Games poem on the frame. We got that on. One of them had a butterfly. We got that. So we really put little motifs and really put personalized items or logos or designs on the frames for the clients. It's a fabulous way to interact and have an emotional attachment with the clients. It's really fun to bring a product to life.
Yes, and that's what's more exciting about having an event, because you can have that product
as a souvenir,
personally seen by the client, right?
Exactly. And because they're part of the Invictus Games, it's like a one in a lifetime event, right? They're only,
yes, it is.
They're actually invited, and you have to go through a process to get invited for that event, which makes it even more amazing. And so it's not an easy thing to get into the Invictus Games. And so you really have to be invited. Once you're invited, the bike becomes a souvenir, because we colored the frames to the Canadian flag.
Wow.
So it's red and white, and then we added motifs to personalize on the frames. And so for those clients, when if ever they stop riding or they keep riding, some of them put the bikes on the wall and say, this was my present to myself for being part of the Invictus Games. So, and then they have their personal drawings. So it becomes a trophy, it becomes part of their life. So it's their life story, it's their life event. And for that kind of event, I have to say it is an eye-opener. The Invictus Games really changes lives, people's lives, brings people with like mental traumas, with PTSD, because they're all part of war. Invictus Games, it's all soldiers, right? So it's all the soldiers athlete. So they get invited to the games to forget world issues. And, and the families get together. It's a participational event. There's no awards given.
It's a very personal event.
Very personal.
Intimate event.
And it brings such a smile to everybody. Just to see them train, go through the process, the training, the activities, the all the sports, the camaraderie. It's just unbelievable to watch. You know, it's a very, very beautiful event. Very well organized. Well done, Prince Harry. So,
yeah. That was an awesome event for sure, and that was one not to forget. And also, don't worry, because we might cut you off for just a few minutes, but after a few minutes, we'll be back with Matthew for more events and everything that's going to happen in the future for the company, which is...
Daigle Cycle.
Daigle Cycle. Yes, you're still listening to Lunchbox Live. This is Abby G with
Mathieu Daigle.
We'll be back in a minute. And we are down to the last link of the Lunchbox second hour of the Lunchbox Live at Abby G, your lunch buddy. And I hate to say goodbye. I mean, I hate for Matthew to say goodbye to us right now, because I feel like I still have a lot of learnings to ask, questions to ask, and learnings to learn from him. But yeah, he will be telling us more. Yes. About what awaits him, what you're going to expect from him, from the company.
Yeah, so we have right now we're evolving with the growth of the company. We're looking at new designs, new frames. We're going to stick with 3. The new G4 came out 2 years ago, so that's been a great model. The G4 is a gravel frame. It's done the tour of Canada, and the tour of the US. We have 2 clients that's been traveling on their bikes. They've actually bought an RV. We have pictures of them on my Daigle Cycle Facebook, and you can see and follow their stories. They keep writing stories about their travels, and the G4 is actually the only and first gravel bike that has bicycle racks. So they have over 10,000 kilometers done within 6 months.
Oh, right, okay.
So, and they've never had an issue with the bikes. The racks have about 150 pounds onto the frame of luggage. Wow. They travel as bike packers. And so they use the gravel frame, the G4, the Daigle G4, on the road. And they traveled all around US. They've done Florida, all the way up to Montreal. And that's a 4,500 kilometer ride. And they've done that in 45 days. And they have their little RV that follows them. And they have, so it's like a supported tour. They sleep in their RV, they wake up, they ride their bikes. So the future of the company is looking very bright. We have, the G4 is becoming a hit. And actually it's an all around. You can actually have a front fork for a gravel touring bike, or you can have the front fork that you can switch for a cyclocross racing bike.
Okay.
So we have the comfort for both, and we have the performance for both athletes.
All right. So for all kinds of bike modifications, customization, design, reach out to this guy, Matthew, and to reach you on the Facebook and Instagram. Tell them how they can reach out to talk to you about anything about the bike.
If they have any questions or anybody has any questions about the bicycles or even share stories, Instagram, Daigle Cycle, I have my own account, so they can text me directly. I'll text right away. They can also reach me directly from Facebook on the Messenger, from Daigle Cycle's Facebook, and they can reach me right there, no problem. Any questions, any information, happy to share.
All right. Thank you so much, Mathieu Daigle, for gracing us with your knowledge and everything about the company.
Thank you so much for having me. This has been a wonderful experience. So.
It's been a great pleasure for us to have you here in our studio, and we're looking for more. If you have more time, for sure, we still have a lot to talk about.
I'd love to come again. No, this was really wonderful. Thank you very much.
All right. And second hour of Lunchbox Live is finally done, but don't worry, because this Lunchbox still up for more grabs, because Katana is already in the house, movement coach, and a lot more about her on the next and final hour.